Hey YouTube, and welcome back to Mike's Mini Motors. So in the end of the last tubing bender video, you seen I had it all welded together, but it was still just raw steel. So I've got it now back from the powder coater. I went ahead and put the stickers on it, and I finally got my hydraulic ram from Harbor Freight. I believe they were out of stock nationwide, so it took me about a month and a half, but I finally got it. And so now I can luckily get this thing put together fully, and we can even get our first tube bent tonight. So let's go ahead and just dive right into it. Alright, so to get the hydraulic ram in, what I got to do first is feed it through here, and then we can attach the rear bolt that goes to these brackets back here. And then once that's through, the W block for the spring pullback will go on, and then the HD sleeve on the end of the ram last, and then this is actually what will attach to the wheel here, and that's what will push the wheel to bend the tube. So I will get this ram installed real quick. So I originally already had my springs on, but to show you guys, once you get the W block and the HD sleeve and everything put on there, you just take the spring and see it's got the bigger hoop here and then a short little guy here. The big one goes into the W block, and then the little guy, oops, just hooks into this little notch in the frame there. Alright, now I'm ready to attach the ram to the wheel there. And then I think we should be golden. So one other thing I wanted to point out when you're putting this ram in here is, if you remember during the initial build, there's a cutout here in the frame and it's larger on the right side here. That is so that the air cylinder of the ram has something that it can pivot down through. So when you install the ram, the air cylinder needs to be on the right also. So the hydraulic ram's in there. That was fairly simple. So one thing is, like, this hydraulic ram does work just like a jack, where you can manually pump it up if you need to, and then you release the pressure here. So one thing I picked up from Rogue Fab is so I don't have to use the handle every time I want to try to loosen this up or pinch it. It's just this little machined aluminum handle, and it's just got a set screw that goes on there, and it's like that, so you can just twist it yourself. So I'll get that put on there, and then I'm going to get the air hose over here, and we should be able to make sure this thing actuates. So as you can see, the actuation works as it should. It's a little slow because my air compressor is just this little dinky thing and doesn't really keep up with this very well, so I will definitely have to upgrade that. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and grab a 1-inch tube. We'll get it put in the clamp block and everything, lined up, and then we'll bend it. I'll just put like a 20-degree bend or just something on it just for now, because it'll be not a bend that I'm going to be using, but just first test. So let's grab that bar and get it loaded up. So as you can see, the first bend is a success. Nothing too crazy, like I said, about 20-ish degrees or something, just to show that I can do it and not completely overtax my air compressor. But yeah, it was really easy. The hardest part was just because I got so much junk over there. Trying to get the tube in was a pain. Then I did end up having to pull the pressure roller die out, which normally you wouldn't have to do, but I did in this situation. So normally the loading and unloading should be a lot quicker and easier than what I just dealt with. If I had this thing turned around, you'd have seen exactly what it was like. And yeah, actually, I'm going to go ahead and flip it around, and I'll move this down and do another bend, and you'll see how much easier it is to load this thing. Alright, so there's our first bend. I ended up giving it a little bit more off camera when the compressor caught up, and then it petered out again, so I just stopped there. The dial indicator said just under 35 degrees, so I'm going to check it, this little protractor real quick. And it looks like yeah, right around 35. So looking pretty good. And yeah, so gonna wrap up the video here in just a moment, but before I do that, I did have some other upgrades besides this little guy here that I'll show you real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. So here's one of the other upgrades I picked up, is this nicer angle gauge, because normally when you just buy it, it comes with just this piece of copper wire. And I thought this would look much nicer, so pick that up, and it should make seeing the angles quite a bit simpler. So another upgrade I picked up is just this little digital angle gauge. You can just pick them up off of Amazon, or even Rogue Fab sells them for these couple little brackets. So they've got one that can go onto your clamp block here, and these gauges are magnetic. Sorry, I tried to do this one-handed. And so you can put it on there, zero it out when you get your tube loaded up, and then you can just get a much more accurate reading on your angle. And then with that, I've also got this guy, which screws on to your pipe or tube, whichever you're bending. And then you can put the angle gauge on there and make sure that you don't like twist. If you need all your bends to be in the same plane, you don't want your tube to twist when you're loading it for another bend. So you can leave this on there clamped to your tube and make sure that the angle isn't going off, and so you can get your bend straight. Alright, and last but not least, this is the other upgrade I got. It's just this little bracket that hangs on your center pin, and then the 6 CLR pressure die pin. And what it does is it gives you this space right here, and this space is the start of your bend, so that you can use that as a measurement point to make sure if, say, you need 20 inches to the start of the bend, you could measure from your tube end all the way to here, and if it's 20 inches, that's right where you need to be. And one little bonus thing in these tube benders, I don't have one to show you with it, but these here are actually bottle openers. So if you had a bottle, you could just right there, bonus.